Did you catch the one we just put up on Saint-Tropez?
I did. That was the
Yeah.
one I watched.
Yeah. So we've got, I just haven't had the time to edit them, but we've got Monaco and Nice coming up after that, a part of that same trip. In fact, you are the second interview in this new podcast series that we're doing, but the first one is one of our members from Jet Set Money, who is a lady who was living not in Oregon, Utah. And she always wanted to move to the south of France. And she said, that's it. I'm doing it. I'm moving. And she packed it all up. And she now lives on the French Riviera. If you go to Lifestyle Design Confessions podcast, you'll see the first one. I think you'd really enjoy that interview with her.
Very cool. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check it out.
So what would you say in all is your absolute favorite part about living in Bangkok? If you had to kind of narrow it down, what do you love the best?
The diversity. I think in every sense of the word, whether it's the different people you meet, the fact that, as I mentioned, you can go out, you can do anything you want at any given time and have that freedom, not to mention the access to other world-class destinations. Like I said, I'm hopping on a flight on Sunday to go down to Bali for the week. I've spent time in the islands. I was over in the Philippines for a while last month. It's so easy to get around. And for under $100, you can get a round-trip plane ticket to just about any major place in Asia, say for maybe like South Korea or Japan. And so I think that the fact that there's so many people to meet, it's such a central hub. There's always interesting people coming in. You can always do pretty much whatever it is you want to do. And the fact that you can go just about anywhere in Asia very easily and affordably, I think those are three things that definitely make this one of the best places you could possibly live abroad.
You have left your job. You left that secure paycheck every single week. And my hallucination is you'll never, ever, ever go back to that again. You're out. But there's a lot of people who aren't. So the question I have for you is so many of the people that email me say that the biggest challenge they have is creating the income to do something like you did, which is one of the reasons why we created getjetsetmoney.com. What's your thoughts on creating a remote income to live abroad for a while? Is it difficult? Is it easier than you thought? Just sort of in a nutshell, stepping from the security of the paycheck to stepping in the world of making money online. Is it harder, easier, or what's your thoughts on that?
I don't think it's a difficult thing to do, but it's not as easy. It's not as easy as a lot of people make it out to be. It just takes time. I mean, you have to be willing to invest in learning how to do it. Whatever, there's millions of ways you can do it, but you have to be willing to spend the time to learn what you're doing, and you have to put in the time to do it. And so, I mean, like affiliate marketing. I know a lot of people that are, getting by doing affiliate marketing. Well, that's great, and anyone can, sell an ebook or two. But if you're really serious about doing something like that, then there's a lot of stuff you need to know how to do. You're going to have a lot of trial and error. Like if you're doing like pay-per-click advertising, you have the potential to lose a lot of money. And so, something like that, I think you really have to spend hours and hours and really devote yourself to, learning. So, I would say if someone's got a 9-to-5 job, then, start spending 4 or 5 hours a night, free time, learning how to do that. Or, maybe they want to make money via article marketing, which is another way that, you can build up some long-term passive income. It just takes a lot of time up front to write a bunch of articles. So I don't think it's hard to do. I think you just have to be willing to learn how to do it and be willing to put in the time to do it.
Well, you guys said it best. I listened to one of your podcasts, I think, where Dan was interviewing you on the Tropical MBA podcast, or I can't remember which one. But you guys talked about the hustle.
Yeah.
And I thought it was so brilliant and such an aha that so many people just say, well, I'm going to put up a website. I'll put up a website. I'll make an ebook. I'll put an email opt-in and, smooth sailing. I'm going to make a bunch of money. You got to work your ass off in the beginning. You have to really, really be willing to work hard. And as much as we all love the 4-hour work week, we all know that 4 hours is not that much time to really put into an internet business.
No, exactly.
But the good news, I think, in terms of my experience anyway, is once you do put the work in, then it really does create income over and over. Like, for example, we have a couple of different niche sites, and we had a bunch of orders on some different products that we had created. And they're products that, honestly, I haven't even looked at in over 2 years. When I was working on them, I worked my ass off. But I haven't looked at them in over 2 years, and they keep making money. So I think that's the flip side of it,
Absolutely. And I know people out here, I mean, that made, $20,000 last year off, 30 hours of work that they put in up front and then said, you know what, I'm done. They outsourced some link building and, that was it. And they let it sit there and it made them a bunch of money. And so there's all sorts of different approaches you can take in that regard. Like for me, I'm getting ready to put out my first premium product at Location 180, which I'm really excited about. And I've been working my ass off to make that happen. But I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a really good product once it finally gets out there. And it's something that not only do I think is going to help a lot of people, but it's going to help enable me to continue my journey doing this and help other people to do the same thing, which is ultimately what I really want to be doing, because, it is possible. You just sometimes need someone to show you how to do it.
Well, Sean, we'll leave that as a teaser so people come back to location180.com to see what it is. So
sounds good.
I cannot thank you enough for taking the time with us today. I know that scheduling was a real pain in the butt for you with your girl coming, so I'm going to let you jump. But if people want to get a hold of you, what's the best way for them to do it?
Best way to get a hold of me is you can shoot me an email, sean@seanogle.com. I'm on Twitter @SeanOgle. I mean, those are probably the two best things. I'm at my computer for probably 10 to 12 hours a day these days, so I'm not that hard to get a hold of.
Awesome. Thanks again, Sean.
My pleasure.
That's it for this episode of the Lifestyle Design Professions podcast. Remember, if you want to get a jump start on creating the income to live your jet-set life using our proven system, you can claim your risk-free trial membership to Jet Set Money by going to getjetsetmoney.com. And remember, excuses are over. It's time to live.